Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening is the one and only Bridge and our Linda.
Hi, Oxter. Hi, Bridgeman. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all well.
Can I say a massive good evening to you guys? Huge good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans that are listening in all over the world. Good evening. Welcome to Rangers Radio. One more sleep.
One more sleep. And maybe 2 naps for you, Bridge.
A couple of naps as well thrown in. The problem is that I get one of these naps and I sleep for hours now. It's like Rip Van Winkle, you know. Brilliant.
Can't beat a nap, Bridge. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, you cannot. You
cannot. How are you, Linda?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks, Ox. Looking forward to the game tomorrow night. The football's just wonderful just now, so long may it continue.
Yeah, it's wonderful. That's wonderful and swashbuckling. They're 2 of the words we've had in the last few weeks that really sum it up for us. Linda, we've not heard from you since last Wednesday. Obviously, with the European tie, the game on Wednesday, the news for the club, etc., what's been coming at us. Give us your thoughts on how things have went in the last week or so.
Yeah, the Standard Liège game on Thursday was a great result. I actually quite enjoyed the game, despite the fact that we obviously went behind a couple of times. But the team did brilliantly. I know you guys have covered it. To come back twice, and then we won by a fantastic team goal. Obviously, pressing the ball, and then Kamara with the wee reverse pass, and what a ball from Kent Arfield, slotted it away brilliantly. I thought that was a terrific goal, fit enough to win any match. And then Sunday, I thought it was another really good win, good performance, 4 goals, managed to get different people onto the park as well. And, Ross County did their best to, they played quite tight. It took us a wee while to break them down, but we scored some brilliant goals in that game too. So 2 fantastic games, 2 fantastic results, and on to the next one, Ox.
Who was the stars for you? Who shone for you?
Well, I thought probably on the Standard Liège game, I thought obviously Tav, he played really well again, driving the team on. You could see, I remember Fox mentioning the fact that he called the press, for the winning goal to get them, to up the park and win the ball back. And I just thought his overall play was good. Scotty Arfield's just excelling in Europe as well, isn't he? And then on Sunday against Ross County, I'm afraid I can't see by Tav again. He gets a goal, he's got a couple of assists. I mean, he's just playing phenomenal just now. It's brilliant.
Oh, Fox is loving it. He's got a bigger Tav photograph than he used to have. He used to have a 50-inch Tav photo. He's upped it to a 75-inch, or it might be just his screensaver on his big telly. I don't know.
Brilliant.
You know what he's
brilliant.
Like, but he is playing. I don't know if I've seen loud drop at his pomp, maybe, where you just knew every week something was going to happen. I don't know if I've such a run of consistency for any Ranger thinking back through. I mean, I know it's hard, I'm only 28, but
it gets better.
Seriously, when you look back, this consistency, Bridge, it's just unbelievable what Tavernier's given us.
It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, the guys have been speaking about Tav for a number of years now.
He split the support, Bridge.
He did indeed. But the thing is, everybody recognised he was a bit of an athlete and he liked to get up the park. And he scored some fabulous goals and entertained the Rangers fans no end. Particularly against Hibs, he scored 2 goals against the Hibs. One of them was an absolutely fabulous free kick.
That was his debut, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was it. Was that against the Hibs?
Aye, debut.
Right. marvellous game. Warner going right, sailing right on. I'm going, oh no, he's put it too high. Bang, right into the net, you dancer. Aye, marvellous player. And the way he's going now, he's going to be a wanted man, I'm sure, by the end of this season. If he keeps on going.
They started mentioning in the press down here, mate, Everton, West Ham, Leeds, etc., Newcastle. Because when you score goals like that, it doesn't matter about possession. People are going to look at you, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's the same for a lot of the other players as well, Locks. And I suppose it's a positive for us, the fact that they are playing well, and that's why they're attracting interest from down south and probably abroad as well. We haven't heard maybe as much interest from abroad, some of the players, but particularly Tav. He is starting to get a bit of credit in the media up here, I think. When he's been interviewed, you can tell that, they're asking him about his play and, has he set himself any targets for goals, etc., tallies. But he's just so consistent and, yeah, terrific.
Would you say that? I mean, over, say, the last 10 games, have you seen a run of form like that for any Ranger? I struggle to think.
No, probably, you're right, Laudrup, maybe in his pomp, when he was, every week you expected Brian Laudrup to do something, create a chance, score a really good goal. I mean, Gaza had a run of games as well at times, didn't he? Maybe not as many as what Tav's going through just now, but yeah, but we have had some good performers. But Tav is he's really at his peak just now, Ox, I think.
I would agree with that. I would agree. Bridgeman, Mr. James Curran Baxter.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything about Slim Jim.
I'm not saying that Tav's as good as Jim Baxter. I'm not saying that at all.
But I run a forum. I run a good forum like that.
He's having,
I've not seen it. I haven't seen it. Nothing. I can't remember anybody having the run he's had with a consistency. 2 years ago, he had a really good run as well, and scoring everything. Or was that the last season we were in the Championship? But he was marvellous anyway, really, really good. And I think when we moved up to the Premiership, I think he stopped a wee bit, slowed down until last year when they called the league. But for this year, oh my God Almighty! Remember he had his appendix operation, he had a couple of wee injuries. It looked as if he was carrying some.
A new appendix.
Yeah, a replacement. Seriously, since this season started again, he's been outstanding. And the outstanding gets higher and higher and higher. And I get to a point where I can't even find the words. He's just absolutely brilliant. Brilliant performances by
Tavernier baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Being an awful good son of William, Tavernier baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Oh, brilliant.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. There's an album out there for you. They're rubbish. You're better than
They're rubbish.
Oh dear. Oh.
I must admit though, Tav's got massive support within the Rangers radio area, and there's not very many people don't like him. And now starting maybe because it doubted him a wee bit. I'm including myself here at times, but the myself and others have just followed right in now, and it's like Tavernier has jumped on the Gerrard train, number 55. That's what it's like, and he's taking it all the way, and that's what we're taking all the way.
Okay, well, Linda, a great point there with Tab, but the team, I like the fact that you mentioned Scotty Arfield. He's come back into the team and got the bit between his teeth, and I don't know why. I see him as one of our leaders in our team. I've nothing to back that up, but just the way I think he's got an influence in the group.
Yeah, and Gerrard talks about this leadership group, doesn't he? I've heard him mention that a few times, and I would suspect that Scotty Arfield's probably a member of that, maybe with likes of Jermaine Defoe, Tav, Goldson. And I've heard people saying that he's really likeable. He's good in the dressing room. I think you mentioned it, Ox. He had his arm round the young chap. Was at the Standard Liège game when they come off. They come down the steps, and he was with one of the young boys. And obviously
it was the boy Dixon. I don't know how the bonus system works, but let's just say if the boy Dixon was in the squad and they win, he gets himself a £500 or $1,000, whatever they get. I know that's a lot of money to me and you, Linda, but it's not a bridge. So
that's shocking, that boy.
He's put his arm around her and he's saying to him, it looked to me as if they say, look, you got to spend your dough on,
Where have we got tonight, wee man?
And I think Scott, he's always been a Rangers fan as well. And I mean, I think we mentioned it last week as well, Ox, and I think I said to you, it's only my opinion, but I think he's definitely benefiting from not travelling for international football. And he looks fresh, he's full of energy. But when he was coming back from playing with Canada, I think he looked leggy, probably all the travel. So Scott's probably really benefiting from that just now.
Here. And what about some of the stuff off the park, briefly, Linda? Obviously, the Dave King 1872. It was mentioned last night. I listened to the interview today on Four Lads. I didn't manage it all, but I listened to most of it. And I've got to say that the lady for Club 1872, she came across, whatever your thoughts are, people's individual thoughts are, I've got to say she came across very, very well.
Yeah, I thought that too, Ox. It was quite a long podcast, wasn't it? It was about an hour and a half, I think. Dave King was on, I think, for an hour, and then she stayed on and answered specific questions for the last 20 minutes, but the two of them were interviewed together, as you know, if you've listened to it. She did come over really well. She understands that fans might be quite sort of dubious about the whole situation, and she did say that they want to do more engagement, and she mentioned doing more podcasts with based media and answering questions. So there is still obviously a possibility that she might come on here. I know you've sort of mentioned that before, but the thing with Dave King, I don't know what you thought, Ox, but he was adamant that Club 1872 are the right group to actually take his shares and have a really positive influence in the club and take their seat on the board. So, Dave King's given them a massive endorsement.
Yeah, I did pick that up. He felt that was a model to use, and I understand that. I've got my own personal concerns. But I just think that I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue that clubs 1872 have got to sort out their, if we like, their front of house, shall we say, their public face, yeah. And I did pick up. She was talking about advertising and other things, but they're welcome to come on here and speak to the thousands, and it is thousands of Rangers supporters. We can back that up. We've got the stats to prove it. We speak to thousands of Rangers supporters on a nightly basis. Yeah. And when we have a busy show, it can be more into the tens of thousands. I'm not saying there's 90,000 people listening. What I'm saying is 10,000 plus when we have a busy show. Usually when Linda's on and Bridgeman's having a night off. But
that's a shocker, isn't it? That's a shocker, that boy.
I got a phone call today asking me if your suite was real, Bridge.
I can tell him where I got it. Aye. Brilliant.
But that's all I've got to say. I mean, they're welcoming on here. They can speak to thousands of bears, if you like, within reason. And that invitation has been open for 3 years. We've had some dialogue with them back 3 years ago when they said that somebody for the new board would come on. They never took the opportunity, but they're still welcome to come on and speak to the Rangers support. We've on Rangers Radio, as you know, Bridge, we've nothing to hide, and we just want the fans to get the facts, make up their. We're all adults. We make up our own mind.
100%, pal. 100%. Look, I sympathise and empathise greatly with Club 1872. I would never say a bad word about them, and that'll continue. It's just not my style. I know what they're trying. I know what they're trying to do with Dave King. I don't know whether they'll ever reach the overall total that's required. If they do, well, all I can say is good luck and hope you do so. All I want is I don't want them to be destabilise the Rangers in any way, shape, or form. That's all. Because that's a huge amount of shares they're going to have. I don't know what power they'll have behind those shares, other than voting powers. I don't
think they'll have any real power. That's the problem. And
no, they'll be able to vote. They'll be able to vote on the board, I'm sure. They'll be able to put their vote in. But other than that, I don't think they'll be able to do anything. I hope. Because I don't want anybody to destabilise it. That's only my opinion.
Did you pick up for Dave King, Linda, before we change the subject quickly, did you pick up that he felt as if there was going to be a share issue coming, potentially around about 50 pence a share rather than the 20p? Because he picked up on that point more than once. They'll never be at this price again. That's
what I picked up. Yeah, that there wouldn't be a share issue at this price, and that they would rather not have to do things like share issues going forward, so the club became a bit more self-sufficient. Because I think he was answering questions about, the fans thought it would be better if the 13 million just went right into the club, and that's when he talked about the possibility of share issues going forward. But obviously he just wants to sell his shares, and that's who he wants to sell them to, is the biggest sort of fan base group, as he calls them. He talked a wee bit about the good relationship he's had with them over the years as well, basically when he was trying to save the club. So it was an interesting podcast. It wasn't at Ox. It's probably worth a listen.
I've got about, actually, believe it or not, I get tied up and I stalled about 15 minutes to listen to, but I never heard the end of it. But it's out there. If people want to listen to it, it's quite interesting reading, listening. And obviously, our open invitation to Club 1870. Come and speak to us. Come and speak to the fans that we speak to all over the world. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. Is that right? Old Godfather there?
Yeah, that's shocking, boy, I'll tell you. No, seriously, I hope that everything goes right. And I think I never heard this interview at all, or the podcast. Is that four lads that comes on here?
No, it's just a name. I'll send you a link for it, Bridge, yeah?
Okay, pal, thanks. And what can I say? Whatever happens with Rangers has got to be right. And this thing about never going back, because that's the headline they're talking about, yeah? They don't never go back to what's happened to us in the past. They don't want that to ever happen, hence the reason why they want the fans to have the biggest say. And that's fine. Speaking on the end of it, is definitely a good idea. Let the fans, because at the end of the day, it would be good if the fans did own a large volume of shares. But when it comes to backing the club up, if they need money to back them up, that's the only question I would ask Club 1872. What about when the directors are asked to put money in? How is it going to be funded? And all the directors have got to stump up. That's the way Rangers used to run in the past. Somebody's got to stump up, and they've always got to put a chip in or something like that to get some more cash. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to handle it.
Aye, okay. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go back to the football, but obviously it's a big subject that's out there, and people might want to talk about it. But we've got a big game tomorrow night, and I think we're all looking forward to it. Linda, before we hear the interview, I want to hear your team before you get any clues. Let me hear your team. I'm just taking note of this.
Okie dokie. My team is McGregor, Tav, Goldson, Balogun and Barisic is my four at the back. Mm-hmm. I'm going for Zungu in the mid Zungu, Kamara, and I'm going for Hadji in the three in the midfield. And up front, I'm going for Ruth, Etten and Kent.
Who's your midfield again? What was your midfield again?
Zungu, Kamara and Hadji.
Okay.
Wow. So you're accepting we're resting players?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I think he's going to rest a few.
right? I get your chain of thought. Don't know if I agree with it, but I get your chain of thought. Right, I'll see what we'll do now, Bridgeman, if it's all right with you, the Codfather of Rangers Radio. Can we go to an interview for Stephen Gerrard?
Absolutely, pal.
Oh, sorry, the press conference. Just one thing, the audio's no brilliant with this. It's no other issue. It's because of what we picked up the day. So apologies, but we tried our best. Take it away, Fox.
The first question to the coach is, what is the significance of tomorrow's match for you once you've already achieved your main goal, which is you're promoted to the playoff round?
Yes, I think the players have done ever so well to achieve the main goal and the main objective, but we are here to represent Rangers, and that comes with expectation to continue to win and try and finish the group in first position. We know tomorrow's game will be tough, but we're coming here with a confident team. Looking forward to the game.
How important is, you also mentioned the chance to finish top of the group. What could that do for you in terms of the draw you might get in the next round? And how important is that from a personal point of view to say you for a side that's finished top of the section?
I think whatever happens tomorrow and whatever happens in the draw, what will be will be. I think always when you represent Rangers, you want to finish first. That doesn't necessarily mean you get an easier game when the draw happens. You need a bit of luck in the draw. Of course you do. But when you get to the last 32 stage, all the teams have done ever so well to get to that stage, and they all come with a high-level team. So we need to sort of forget the draw for now until Monday and just focus on the next 90 minutes and try and win the group. I think if we're to win this group, it'd be a big achievement for everyone, and it'll keep the confidence and the belief rolling.
Hi, Stephen. There's obviously a £1 million or £900,000 bonus for topping the group. Does that sort of add to the sort of incentive to go ahead and win it and just, give yourself that wee extra financial boost?
No. We're coming here to play football and to focus on football. In terms of the financial side, that's for other people to deal with. I don't think it's important for me to focus on financials or the players. We want to top the group. That's our objective and our priority. If we manage to achieve that and the club are in a better financial position, then great. But we don't focus on that side of the club. That's for other people.
Can I also just ask squad news? How's any injuries ahead of this game?
No injuries as such. We've made a decision with Ryan Jack and Philip Hollander just to be a bit more patient and try and get them ready for the weekend, but they've progressed really well. Cedric got a kick at the weekend, but he's trained with no problems today, and the rest are all fine.
Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
You spoke a couple of weeks ago about wanting to get qualified as soon as possible so that you were in a position to, rest some players and protect the squad, if you like. To what extent do you plan to do that tomorrow night?
I think you'll see that tomorrow in the team selection and the squad that we brought. So certain individuals will be protected. I obviously don't want to give anything away in terms of the team. But I think it'll be quite clear tomorrow that we will make decisions for the future in tomorrow's team selection. Having said that, we'll still pick a team that we believe is very strong. We'll pick a team that has individuals in who've been waiting patiently for an opportunity. So we think it's a really important night for a lot of different reasons. I'm not going to change the whole team for sure, but there'll definitely be changes from the weekend.
In terms of your day-to-day job, Stephen, because things have been going so well this season, does that make your job easier? Does that take a bit of a weight off your shoulders day-to-day?
No, not necessarily. My job doesn't change. I go about my business quite consistently, really, in terms of what I give and what I do, and in terms of the time that I put in. just because things are going well, I don't think I need to change. I need to continue to do what I've done since the first day of pre-season, which is try and push the boys in any way I can to make sure that they're performing game to game. So in terms of my load and my routine, nothing's changed.
You're going into a game like tomorrow, right? How much do you think the players take confidence from the fact that they've had 40 games together now as a group, and they've won tight games against Liège and Poznan? Do you think that they're building confidence that they know how to go over the line with each other now?
I think in terms of tomorrow, time will tell, but for sure the group, from their experiences of the last couple of years, we've definitely moved and progressed an awful lot. Definitely more confidence and belief amongst the group. I think, there's no one in the group that is coming here with the attitude or the mentality, we're already qualified and this is just another game. People are desperate to play. The way they trained this morning, everyone's really pushing for places in the team. It's great to see. The atmosphere is fantastic, and I'm sure they're going to want to protect the unbeaten run that we're on at the moment. So this is another interesting game for us. As I say, I'll give people an opportunity tomorrow. Certain individuals have been working ever so hard and being patient. And that will allow me to protect a few who have maybe overplayed in recent games. I think obviously I give one of my team selection away tomorrow by Bungari sitting next to me, so I'm really looking forward to him playing from the beginning. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for him. So we see this as a big game, an important game, and it's a game we're looking forward to.
Hi Bungani. The manager has said obviously you'll start tomorrow evening. How do you feel you've settled in? You were obviously late arriving to the club.
Hi. Everything has been good. Of course, as a new player in the team, it takes time to understand the tactics and what the manager wants. But through training and the amount of game time I've been getting, I'm slowly but surely getting there. So I'm settling well, very good.
Evening, both. Bungani, I just wanted to obviously congratulate you on starting tomorrow, but how are you prepared mentally and physically ahead of the game?
Well, for me, the game is very important. As the manager has said, that we want to continue to win games. And I feel good. I've been training very well. And as I just said, that I'm slowly but surely, getting to understand the tactics and what the game demands of me, as well as the manager's demands of me. So I'm very excited for the game tomorrow. We're not going to take the game lightly. We are well prepared, and it's going to be a tough game. And we're looking forward to it.
Right, okay. We're both back.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think we'll get another Fox in the midden, Bridgeman.
Why, what's happened?
I think somebody might have listened to that press conference earlier on the day and got a wee step to the hands for the team.
Oh, no, you're not saying that about her, are you? No.
I'm taking the Fifth Amendment on that one.
No.
She'd done his like kipper. She'd done his like kipper, Bridge.
Can I just say, I think that I think she's probably right about the goalkeeper and defence. Obviously they can mix and match with it, whatever they like, but I agree with her on that. I don't think we're going to play the forwards the way she said. I think that I think he'll play Roof, Itten, and who's the other one? God, I've got it right in the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out. Roof, Itten, and Defoe. That's what I think he'll play up for.
Defoe's not in the European squad.
Oh, no, there he is. So I'll think again then. I'll come back with you on that.
All right, okay. You've done us like a kipper there, Linda. Like a kipper.
You did. I'll put Kent in.
I think maybe we might see Hadji tomorrow night, Bridget.
I think he'll better come on. I think he'll a come on player. I don't think he'll start.
We'll see, but it's interesting. I'll tell you what, we'll need to send our technical team over there to sort out the press conference there.
Shocking, wasn't it? Shocking.
Somebody needs to tell them just to turn their volume down a bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Agreed.
They're all shouting like madmen, aren't they? You don't know. It was like your granda making a phone call back in the day, wasn't it? They thought it had to shout. Okay, so it's about time we opened the lines and people can come in. But actually, no, they don't want to talk to me. We can go now, mate. They don't want to talk to Linda. It's Linda. Me and you can go on a Wednesday. In fact, we can take a night off, Bridge, on a Wednesday for now.
Well, that'd be wonderful, by the way.
All right, so what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. We've got a call with Old School Blue and Fox. If you phone in, hang up and we will phone you back. Just wait, it will bring you into the conversation. How simple is that, Bridge?
No, that's dead easy. It's dead easy because really and truly, phone up, let it ring, put the phone down, done. And they'll phone you back.
Yes, and we will phone you back. Because we're nice people.
Well, the technical team are very nice, that's the truth.
Well...
Don't you start. See, you know what happens when you get to money? That's what you end up like for Oxford.
You should know, mate. You should know.
Wow.
Right, okay. I think John McLaughlin could play tomorrow night, Linda.
Yeah, that's a possibility, Ox. McGregor started all the European games, hasn't he? But possibly McLaughlin might get a game. Had a wee feeling about Zungu just because there's not really been a better opportunity to play him from the start, I think, and I'm really looking forward to see what he can do in that stage.
Yeah. He's quietly impressed, but obviously we've not seen enough of him to judge. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, talking about guys who always quietly impress us, we've been joined by Bob G. How are we doing, Bob?
Hello, Ox. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, how you doing? All right. How's everybody okay tonight? Yeah.
How are you, Bob?
I'm okay. I'm like the rest of us. I'm buzzing for tomorrow.
Good on
anyway.
You. Good on.
So, you think he's going to rotate things a bit tomorrow night, yeah?
Well, that was
seems to be the way, yeah. Aye.
Did you hear the press conference there, Bob?
I just caught the tail end of it there in New York, yeah.
Well,
I know Zungu's definitely starting. So.
He intimated. I don't know what the words he used. Was the words, Linda, that he'd be looking at the future? Was that the phrase he used?
I think so. Yeah, that's what I picked up.
So we're expecting maybe a few changes and obviously substitutions. Yeah, but it doesn't matter who we brought in, Bob. They know their roles and they've got to do their job.
Exactly, that's what he's got a good squad there, and as we all obviously know, and we're good for a chance to get guys like that and guys like Zungu to go for it tomorrow night. Big stadium, big park. See if they can impress. It's all of the good. All of the good. If we got a good result tomorrow night, and we'll just bounce into the game in Dundee on Sunday.
Biggest game of the season, pal. Biggest game of the season.
It's the biggest game of the season. Bridgeman, but is it the biggest game of the week?
Oh, it's the biggest game of the season. Every game's the biggest game of the season. But I wouldn't mind winning that group because there's some humdingers in that Europa League now.
Aye, Jackson doing it at Man United last night.
I've seen it, man. Aye. I watched Man United last night. They were terrible. But what's terrible with them and terrible with anybody else is two different Wolves. But then at the end of the day, they're there. We'll play them all. We're Glasgow Rangers. We fear no one. Fear no foe. Are you ready?
I think you might be right there, Bob. I feel a confidence, Linda, that the support's not had for years. That the draw and we'll say, all right, we'll have a goal. We might not win, but we'll fancy it.
Well, but then again, we might. We're in a good place. We've got a good squad. We're playing well. We've having a great season. As we say, keep it going, keep it continuing. I was talking to one to the other side of the Stilty's van this morning when I was with the dogs.
I've warned you.
I know, and you can't avoid it in my place. It's not real. There's even a confession box at the railway crossing. Anyway, I was talking when he says to me, he says the tables have to turn sometime. I says, the tables have turned, young man, for a long time. You've had it too easy, too long. I says, no, you've got competition and you can't hack it. But he was all right, laddie.
Linda.
Okay, so.
When you
I think the European draw, Ox, you would probably want to try, hopefully get a sort of so-called easier team, and I don't think there are going to be any easy games, and I think Gerrard said that when he was asked today about, if we win the section we could get an easier draw. And then on the other hand, you think, well, it would be great to get a big name, if there's a possibility that we could even get back into the stadium. Some fans think of the atmosphere, but personally I would rather we got a so-called easier draw so that there's a chance that we can get through to the next stage. That's what I would look for.
Well, I think you might be right there, Linda, but there's no easy ties now, pal. It doesn't matter who we get. We're Rangers, and whoever faces us is going to get a hell of a time, and they know it.
Yeah.
I would like to get through as well.
Get on with it.
I would like to get through to the next round as well. Definitely.
Through the last 16.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's what I would love. I'd love it.
Well, let's see what it is. I think the good thing is for us, after tomorrow night, I'll go to London again, then I'll go to Bob Chair. Linda.
Yep.
Once we get this out tomorrow night, in the way London tomorrow night, we park it for months and we can just concentrate. Obviously, we'll get the League Cup tie coming up against it next Wednesday, but apart from that, focused league, 3 points, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, Ox. Because I think we've got some tricky away games as well. But I think the Ross County performance and result has filled us with even more confidence. Now, we're not overconfident, but it's put a marker down, and you would hope that the guys will perform like that in these away games that are coming up. The St Mirren game in the Cup is a massive game for us, because if we can get through that, we get to another semi-final, and like you guys, I want Rangers to win everything that we enter this year. I know it's a big ask, particularly on the European stage, but that League Cup, we used to win that every year, and it's obviously the first leg of this treble, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but absolutely, these are massive games coming up for us.
Bob Chair.
I can only echo what you're saying there, Linda. You're absolutely right. Get this out of the road tomorrow night. Well, obviously, we're wanting to win the group. There's a target there for us, big target. A financial target as well. And as you say, we get this over and done with tomorrow night. The talk says that European football's on the back burner for, February, you say, the end of February? European football returns. Yeah, I think it's something. I think it's the end of February. And then it's full concentration on this league. Oh, sure, you're right in what you're saying, Linda. We're wanting to try and win this League Cup. Every game's important. Win every game, absolutely. But full 100% concentration on these league games. Because if we can get through January and February undefeated in this league, we're headlong into winning it. March, early April. Although I want to win it early, and I think we can win it early. The way things are going. Yes, I totally agree with what you're saying. Full concentration on this league. Full steam ahead.
Bridgeman.
By the way, I'd like to say, what did you make of the Billy Gilmore rumour?
We'll come right back to that, Bob. I just want to get Bridgeman.
Aye, come back to that. Right. Sorry.
No problem, mate. Bridgeman.
Yeah, I think that for me, tomorrow night is the most important game in our history, and that's the truth. For me, most important game in our history. We need to be able to get ourselves up for it. Whatever team he puts on, every player's got to prove they're good.
What's your rationale for that, Bridge?
Well, I think the way I'm viewing things at the moment is that, okay, we know we're through, right? Mm-hmm. We've got a massive opportunity to go and win that game, and that gives us the lead at the top of the group, and we're then into whatever seeding group we get in.
Just remember last year, Porto pipped us, yeah?
Uh-huh.
They got back to Leverkusen, and we got Braga.
Well, I'm not meaning of who we're going to get right now. All I mean is we've got a chance of winning this. That's a target for me. Mm-hmm. We've got a chance we might walk away from there and lose. Okay, we're still going through, but I would prefer to go through as the winners. That's my preference. So that means that Rangers have won all their games. It means that if we're fortunate enough not to give a goal away, and plus there's some money in the bag for the club. Marvellous stuff, and then our name's in the bag whenever the bag comes out. and like what they're saying is right. We can park all that for however long it is, and then it's on to the next game. It's remember playing on the weekend.
I just want
no, it's Dundee United. Sorry,
it's Dundee United away. So I just want a yes or a no answer. Then, right?
Well,
you're saying, and I get your point and I accept it. Once again, I don't agree with it because, but what I'll say to you, if you're so we're through, and we could draw tomorrow night's game, and we're still through, and the draw's the draw. It could still work out for us if you get a seeded team and you knock them out, your route can open up for you. You need a bit of luck, right? So if you were to pick one game, if you're saying that's the biggest game in our history, so you'd rather win tomorrow night and draw on Sunday?
No.
Yes or no?
Hold on. You can't put that. We've not even got to tomorrow night yet. We haven't got to tomorrow night yet. Tomorrow night's game is the biggest game we've had right up to the present day.
It's not even the biggest game this week. It's not even the biggest game this week.
Well, that's the way you're thinking about it. Okay, I'm thinking about it slightly different. Okay.
I've asked you a question. Come on, yes or no? Get off that fence.
And going to repeat the question again.
If you could draw one of the games.
If I draw one of the games, oh dear.
Oh, we've been joined by a caller. I'll come back to you, Bridge.
Right, pal.
I think. Right. Same question to Linda, then we'll go back to Bridge. I get his point. That's a big game.
Yeah, if I was in terms of the draws, I would if I were to draw one of the games or even lose one of the games, I would pick the one tomorrow night, I'm afraid.
All right, I think that caller's joined us now. Evening caller. Oh, he's gone again. What about you, Bob Gia?
What's the question again, Ox, about tomorrow night?
What would be your...
my preference would be to win tomorrow night, win the group. Absolutely, it's no beyond us.
Aye,
it's anything but beyond us.
Between that and Sunday?
A choice?
Aye.
Oh, but it would have to be tomorrow night because I'd rather win on Sunday. I'd rather win on Sundays. As every Rangers fan knows, your holy grail, I keep saying every night to you, is your holy grail is this league championship. So I'd forfeit tomorrow night for Sunday, yeah. Aye, all definitely.
Right. Bridgeman, I know you've had time to think about it. You still sticking with your guns? It's all about opinions, mate.
I'm sticking to my guns. Always. Right. The next game's the most important, and it's the most important in my life of following the Rangers.
Well said, Bridge.
That Bridge, man. Brilliant.
You're not persuade him, mate. You don't hear what his missus calls him. There's a lot of mules involved in his pet name.
Shocker.
Was I not meant to tell anybody that?
By the way, mind you just want a house, so I'll get her moved on a week on Tuesday.
I hope she never listens to this show, Bob Jar. Anyway, we've been joined by Mark. Evening, Mark.
How are you doing, Ox Chair?
All right, mate. Yourself?
I'm all right, mate.
What's on your mind?
It's good to hear Linda, Bridgeman, and the lot of yous.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
What's on your mind, Mark?
I'm just very happy, to be honest. Right now, at this moment, I just the usual one Dundee United away. There are a lot of away games this month. I think we've even got more away games in January. So, I think we beat them in the New Year's game. I think by February. And I'm not taking the mick here. I think it could be ours by early February. If we just keep.
Oh, Mark, I hope you're right. There's a lot of mate. We've got to get first and foremost for a night out of the way, and then go to Tannadice and win. Yeah, we're strong favourites, Linda, but we've got to do it on the park.
Yeah, you can understand Mark's, his enthusiasm, and he's obviously, looking to the future and confident. I think we always look at them in blocks of games, don't we? And we've obviously got, I think is it 5 league games before we play Celtic again. I think it's maybe 3 away and 2 at home. So we would be looking to pick up hopefully maximum points during that run, because that's going to heap the pressure, even more pressure on our nearest rivals. And if we could get to that game with maximum points, we would be in a fantastic position.
You would be. You'd be in an amazing position, psychologically as well. Can you imagine going in against them at the new year with a 13-point lead? Anytime.
I think if we win all our games up till we play them, the minimum it could be 16, Bob.
There you go then.
We play one extra game the weekend, this weekend. Next weekend, I don't think they're going to play any games that they've got in hand. But even in Sunday, we can go 16 points ahead because they play after us again.
Yeah.
Aye.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else on your mind, Mark?
Linda said that I'm looking a wee bit more at the future. It's going to be a lot of away games this month, and especially January. I think will be a bit of a tough month with away games, but just one at a time, just one game at a time into it, and then.
Listen, once you get to Bridgeman's age, he's not ordered his Christmas cards yet, just in case. You know what I mean? You can't look too far ahead, Bridge.
Shockers. No, you can't look too far ahead. That's it. The next game, most important game ever.
I agree, but obviously the fun game. I think if we keep winning, the Old Firm could be pivotal, as they say.
All right, mate. Hopefully we do win over games. We go there at Ibrox and we beat them, mate, and it really would go a long way. But we'll take it one at a time, Mark, if that's all right with you, mate. Eh?
Oh, aye.
I did definitely. But see on the Morris game,
yes,
Ox, I'd like to. I know we all want to win, and I've probably I'll get a wee bit of stick for saying this, but this season, and I mean this season only, Europe doesn't mean anything to me. Like, it's money. It's very, very important for the football club. In my opinion, for the rest of my life, and I'm going to work and whatever, I need to win the league this year.
Here. Can I just put an announcement out there? See, when you phone in, hang up and we will phone you back. If you keep phoning, we can't phone you back. Simple.
I was wondering that. Because I phoned you a couple of times. I was thinking, are they just patching me?
If you keep phoning, we can. We've been joined by another who's left. And the league is very, very important to us all. Bridgeman.
What's happening?
Oh. Bridgeman.
Apologies. Sorry, pal. I thought somebody coming in there. For me, I can't seriously. I can't go any further in the next game. I just can't. The things that could happen for us if we win tomorrow night is out of this world. Just imagine the pickup for the team. The confidence will just swell. I mean, it's high enough that now it'll just go off the charts. Fantastic. Get a victory tomorrow night away from home. My God, that is. Oh, I can't even get the words to say it. It would just be wonderful. And I think, okay, come the next big game, the next biggest game, as I say, against Dundee United. Well, they're going to come. No matter what happens, we're going to have a tough game against them when they come. Only want to think about tomorrow night for me. Biggest game ever.
Linda?
Yeah, I would agree with Bridge. One game at a time, and it's going to be tough against Dundee United away from home. But as I said, the result and the performance against Ross County has given us a bit more confidence. But in terms of what Mark said about winning the league, every Rangers fan will probably be thinking what it would be like to win the league. And I know, Ox, you guys spoke last night about would this be our biggest and our greatest, league win. And I think most of the fans would probably agree with that because of what we've been through. And just to think about our captain lifting a trophy, it just is amazing.
Can I come in there, Ox?
Of course you can, Bob.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Linda. Absolutely right. And I can't where Bridgeman's coming from, but tomorrow night, but European football, it's great for the prestige of the club to be in with all these gigantic names, and to be seeded would be brilliant. It would be wonderful. And it's frustrating for us all that we could have had the group one already. But whatever. That's it. This is the situation we're in tomorrow night. And I think we can go out tomorrow night and win this game against Lech Poznan. Although it'll be easy, it never is easy away from home in Europe, but I think we can do it. Get the ball down, boys. Knock it about. Keep possession. The Jazz have got a good record in Europe at the moment, as good as I've seen in my lifetime. And apart from getting to the finals right enough, but I think you said the other night, Ox, you only had to play 8 games, you were in a final. But different days now. Yeah, different days now. You've got a whole series, qualifiers, groups, knockout stages, what have you. But Rangers are in a good place, and we can go here tomorrow night. We can win this game. We'll be strong enough to win it. I think so. And winning the group, as the old Bridgeman says here, it would be a dream, would be great. Going to the top pot, and you never know who you might come out against and progress.
Yeah,
you agree?
Listen, Mark, we've got a lot of callers coming in. It's great to hear from you, buddy. Yeah?
Right, cheers, Ox. Cheers, mate.
All right.
Everybody.
All the best, Mark.
You keep phoning
all the best.
You take the games off, Mark, and when we win the league, I'll come to your work with you. How's that grab you?
Don't dare.
Good luck at your work, son.
You'll get
Cheers,
your sack.
boys.
Cheers. Get some more callers coming in. I get the enthusiasm for the league, and we're looking ahead, and everybody. Come on, we've all had a wee look at the fixtures, haven't we? Come on, Linda, admit it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've went, that's a win, isn't you? Come on.
Yeah, I can't deny it.
Me neither.
Bridgeman, his calendar only slides down so it shows the next game. That's all he does.
No, that's not true. All I'm saying is that I don't want to be seriously given any verdict on a game that's still to play. I notice who we're playing. Don't remember them all, but I notice who we're playing based on the schedule. And I think it was four away and 3 at home or something like that before we get to the end of the year. So, and then it's them at home. So right, I'm only interested in tomorrow night. Seriously, I'm not being funny.
We've been joined by a caller. I think it might be Kenny. How we doing, Kenny? I think.
How you doing, Ox, mate? All right.
All right. How's it going, mate?
Aye, cool, mate. Cool. Just gonna talk about tomorrow night and a couple of other things.
Mate? What's your thoughts?
I thought myself tomorrow night. I want to see Rangers treat this game like a shot to nothing. Like a snooker term. Go for it. Just go for it. Nothing to lose. Get beat. That's what I want to see Rangers do tomorrow night. Go for it.
So you mean pick whatever team we pick? That's up to the manager. But whoever who puts the parts, play with the handcuffs on. Just play.
I just go for it. Why not? It's a shot to nothing. It's a snooker term.
Aye, I get it. Aye, that's
it. If we get beat. You know what I mean? We're qualified anyways. You come out and play with a lot of freedom. Play the way we can play football. Take a football. Play the game. I don't want to see them holding back. I just want to go for the jugular tomorrow night. That's the way I see this game tomorrow night. I think it'll be a very good game of football. I think it'll be an open game. They're up against a tough team. I've watched them the last game a few days ago. Physical. It'll be a real hard game. They're playing for pride. But we play to their potential. We can beat this team.
A free hit. That's a good point. Linda?
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with Kenny, and I hope we do play like that because it will be a great game of football to watch. And the last time we played them, I think they set up a bit differently than what we were expecting. They were, quite tight and quite tough to sort of break down. They had a couple of chances as well, so it could be an open game. I did hear that they might rest some of their players, but that's just probably paper talk. I hope it's an open game of football, and even if we concede a goal, you know, if we score more goals, then, you know, that'll be fine by me.
I think if a certain team in Glasgow concede 3 goals tomorrow, it's a record in the Europa League.
Very good, very good. You know, you're just talking about that used to be 9 games, and I remember way back to 67, and that's all they got to win the European Cup.
Sorry,
9 games.
but the person you've called isn't available at the moment.
Oh, well. Kenny, how do you think things are going this season, mate?
Oh, absolutely tremendous, you know. Just one wee word of caution. I can remember back to when we were going for 10 in a row. We didn't start the season off particularly well, if you remember right. We were knocked out European competition fairly early, you know, and we struggled. We rallied in the second half of the season. We took it down in the last game. It's a wee bit of caution with that one, you know. But I'm very optimistic. One game at a time, yeah, but doing very, very well. We play brilliant football. We've got a manager that seems to bring out the best in these players, you know. I'm optimistic, but, you know, just think back to 1998, you know.
I get your point, and there was a few...
You remember that season? We came from, we beat them back-to-back 2 Old Firm games, the Scottish Cup and the league game. I think it was 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, if I remember right.
Me and Linda being so young, we only remember it because of the DVDs, you know.
Well, I've got, you know...
What a shocker you are.
We're in a great place, by the way, you know, totally great place. I'm really, the team, you know, I couldn't be more thrilled watching Rangers these days, but just, you know,
I remember
one game at as Bridgman says, one game at a time, you know.
We went to Perth and we get beat 2-0 in January, mate, and I'm sitting at the time, came back then, this will come back and haunt us, and it did, you know.
I know.
That's how you have to chop these games off one at a time.
You know, one game at a time, and that's the way it's got to be with Rangers, you know. But this team, you know, they're doing very, very well, you know. If you can keep this lead, and I think, incidentally, I think they'll drop more points anyway. You know, the way it's going at Parkhead, you know, I mean, it's an implosion. It's an implosion. It's nearly nuclear, as far as I can see right now, you know.
They want to shoot the board now. That's the latest.
You've seen that this morning. I visited my brother for a couple of days through the week, right? And we boys, they want to shoot the board now, you know. It's not sack the board, it's shoot the board. God, man, they're going to swat squads outside Parkhead tomorrow night, trying to protect the players. Honestly, man, what a support, faithful friend. Try to go through with you through for 10 years, you know. That's a true support, a loyal support, you know what I mean?
Here, mate, here. Right, we're going to have a tune, so everybody get themselves on mute, and we'll come back after the tune, and we'll get more callers, mate, and so you hang on, Kenny, and we'll have a tune, Air Fox.
Took a trip to Eyebrow, where they were playing the Glasgow Celtic on the first day of the year. Now the ground was filled to capacity as the teams come out to play. The animals sang the soldiers' song, and the people sang Dolly Gray. Now half-time it came and went down. The Glasgow Celtic were in the lead. Finian Tully was drowning everywhere, shaking his rosary beads, while the green flags, they were flying high. Celtic hearts were full of pride. The second half sure it started, and the Rangers, they turned the tide. Won't he play up the Glasgow Rangers? Oh, play up the boys in blue. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. We're here to cheer for you. Now the ball goes out to Walker, and from 30 yards he did score. Sure you couldn't hear your ears at Ibrox Park for the sash my father wore. Oh, play up the Glasgow Rangers. Sammy Cox is on the ball. He slips it through to Willie Whitbar. Then on through to Ian McCall to Billy Simpson. Oh, here come the boys in blue. Well, Simpson beats the Celtic center half, and then goes number 2. Now the Rangers fans are roaring. Jardine Young, he takes a free onto the head of William Simpson. And then goes number 3. Well, it's 3-1 for the Rangers. That was the final score. A happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes, a happy new year from Ibrox Park, for Rangers beat the Fenians once more.
Go on, Bridgie boy. Oh, he's still dancing. He's still dancing, Linda.
I'm just back. A happy new year from Ibrox Park, as the Rangers beat the Celtic once more. Yes!
Would that one be on the album, Bridge, when you cut this album? Will you have that one?
Love it.
A Blue Christmas from the Bridge. What could we call the album?
Answers on
It's gonna be a blue Christmas. We're singing out of the cellar without you.
Oh dear.
Love it.
We'll be joined by Gary. Evening, Gary.
Right, first of all, I apologise for last night, everyone.
Don't apologise for nothing on here, mate. No, carry on.
Gary, you're a shocker.
These things happen. We're going to have to. You're going. We'll book you down for a technical coaching course on the 27th of December with Bridgeman. Yeah. How to press your mute button.
As soon as I said
don't bite, Gary.
Like,
don't bite.
No.
We've all done it, mate. Everybody's done it. Yeah, I'll come back to you in a minute, mate. I'll come right back to you guys. I just want to speak to Kenny, all right? Kenny, who's we're hearing about all the players doing so well for you. Who's the guys that's shining for you, mate?
Oh, this season, Tavernier, without a doubt. Tavernier.
Who else?
Arfield, surprise.
Right.
Ryan Jacks, who's fit, obviously, and Steve Davis.
Right.
That's been the four for me. And then Goldstein as well. It's a hard question, auction. I mean, they've all played so well,
Well, that's fine. That's fine. If it's a collective.
But the whole team, it's absolutely brilliant, But as I say, it's that wee bit of caution, We're in a great position, But I just think back to that season, we had a 8-5 start, but no the implosion they've had right enough, But it wasn't a very good start,
Is that your Waynes coming in?
My Waynes?
Oh, I don't know where the noise was coming from, sorry, mate.
No, my Waynes are on their 20s.
What am I reason for them to come in?
I get it, Ken.
Right.
It's just that we're all pretty boys, but can remember that season, you know, but we never had the implosion that they've had at Parkhead, you know, but we were knocked out of Europe early, you know. I've not really looked back at it too much, but I remember the start. We had a terrible start, you know, and then we became sort of good towards the end of the season. Well, we know what happened in the last game, but
we lost 10 in a row. 1 week we lost the Scottish Cup final, Rob, with a penalty kick.
That's right.
And then we still didn't want to shoot the board.
The penalty kick, I mean, that game, of course, I mean, talking about that the other week there, actually, I mean, that Scottish Cup final against Thatcher, talking about a penalty kick. It was never a penalty kick. It was Willie Young gave the penalty kick. It was outside the box. It was we got a clear-cut penalty. McCoy's went down the line. He never gave it.
You know that I'm better, Willie. Know that I'd remember these things.
You know, I mean, I don't mean every Rangers game I remember, you know. Yeah, as I told you the first time I come on here, my brother said to you, I'm a fanatic, and believe me, I'm a fanatic. I remember.
Can I come in on you there, Kenny?
Yeah, you can.
You go, Bob.
I'll tell you what I said to you on one of my calls the other night, that for all the problems and all the dark place that Rangers Football Club has been in, never at any time did we try and force regime change with mob rule. Never. I mean, I said that the other night.
With a wee protest where things got a wee bit silly when
well, you're always going to get that, but it was a protest of order.
We never threw
it was a protest of order.
Yeah, of course it was. We never threw coins at coaches, stormed buses, and
nothing.
It wasn't during a global pandemic. Anyway, I'm going to go to Gaz now, see what's on his mind. How we doing, Gaz? Oh.
That's on me there, sorry, Ox.
Gary,
yeah, what do you mean? Go for it.
On you go, what's on your mind?
Oh, just in general, mate, I think tomorrow night's, it's already been covered, it's a big night, but I think it will say more for us as a club and where we're at, because subconsciously, right, human nature, call it what you want, it'd be so easy for them players to go into that game tomorrow and have the night off because they know the job's done, in quotation marks, whereas if the team go into that game tomorrow night and they do the job and they play like they have been doing all season, that says a lot about where we are going into the second half of the season. You know what I mean? So I think it's a big indicator on where the squad will be and where the players will be. And there's a lot of boys getting their chance tomorrow night. Zungu, obviously, we know about. And then with Gerard's interview the day, he said, there'll be some changes and we'll protect certain players. So it'll be really interesting to watch to see how the team play and who takes their chances and to see the energy levels.
I love Kenny's analogy under free hit. I don't know if it'll give us too much of a pointer. I've just looked at the fixtures. I had a sneaky look. I've never looked at them before, honestly. And we've got 12 games starting from now to the end of January. 8 of them's away from home. Obviously, but we tick 3 of them off in the next week in 3 different competitions. And then after that, full focus on the league. Linda?
Yeah. I think the away games, we always think those are the ones that are going to cause us problems. But I think that the way that we've started the season and the way that we're playing just now and the way that we've coped with these away games, even when you think about in Europe, I think that's filling us with more confidence, Ox, that we'll get through these games. And I'm not saying that we'll win every single game. That's got to be the ultimate aim. We probably will drop points, but it's how we react to that. And probably as fans, we've got to, maybe take a bit of reality check around that as well when it happens, because we've just got to pick ourselves up and then make sure you go and you win the next game. But as I say, they're coming thick and fast. And the one big thing we've all said as well, no winter break, just plough through all these games, ticking them off.
Oh, I see what you've done there. No winter break, plough. Good pun, I'm proud of you. I like that. Very impressive. We've been joined by Dave from Edinburgh. Evening, Big Dave.
All right, upstairs. All right, panel.
Hi, Dave. How you doing, pal?
All right, Bob Jeff. All right, guys. I think Stevie G's bluffing. By the way, I think he's going to put a strong side out them on. He's bluffing. I think. Sorry, go on, Rockster, go on.
Give us your team then. You're picking the team.
Right, I think there'll be a couple of changes, but it'll be a strong side. I reckon he'll give McLaughlin a game in Europe, because obviously he doesn't need to play McGregor, does he? I think you'll still see the strong back four. It'll be balanced, because obviously they said today he's keeping Hollander back for the weekend. There's no risk in him and Jack. So he's only really got Balogun and Goldson available anyway. So it'll be they two. It'll be Tavernier. It'll either be Barisic. I think it'll probably be Barisic, because he rested him at the weekend, didn't he?
Right. Yeah.
Zungu. I think it'll be Zungu in midfield, Arfield, and possibly Aribo, and then up front, Itten with Roof and Kent. I think Morelos will get a rest of on. But that's still a strong team. I think because, see, is Lunda, is it Lunda? Lunda was just saying there, Rangers want to win the group, and as you say, the run of games we've got up until we play Celtic, we still want to win the group. Confidence is flying, keep confidence up, and we want to remain unbeaten going into the Celtic game. Keep confidence sky high. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, Dave.
Bob,
I couldn't agree more, Dave, what you're saying, mate. Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with what Linda's saying either, but then you've got to agree with women, eh? So, I'm all, that's how we jive with the wife again. No, absolutely.
If you listen to these shows, she's going to kill you.
Oh, she's going to murder me. She's a way better the kettle on her. Right. So, I mean, yeah, take the fixtures off one at a time, and I didn't see why, and here we go, stick my neck out a bit here. I didn't see why we can't win all these games in Scotland. I think we can. I think we can beat anybody in Scotland.
It's just the point that Kenny was making there, that history tells us
right.
There's usually...
See, what you said, Ox, was the last week, a lot of the pressure went off, beating Standard Liège. The qualification was confirmed. And we can go into this game tomorrow night, get it done, be steady, play well, have a good game at football with the Poles. Yes, it'll not be easy. It'll be tough and rough, but it's winnable. And if we go in with boys like Itten and like Zungu, they've got a point to prove, well, let's go for it. I'm sure the confidence is sky high with the club over. Oh, it's inconceivable you can win every single game at football you play. You can't. That's impossible. But we can go on a really, really good run in this league. A really good run up to everybody keeps to this point about the new year. There's a lot of football to be played before we play them. So, I think we're too good and too tough, too strong for anybody in Scotland, and prove the point, and we can do
it. Gary, number one, obviously we've got 3 games coming up, all away games, 3 different competitions, yeah?
I'm guessing that's me. I don't know what number I am.
Number 1.
Is that me?
You're number 1 tonight, pal. You're number 1.
Love, I know, just because Gary.
Don't worry, Gary.
No, I think, do you know what? It's bugging me a wee bit that as well as what we're doing, see what's happening on the other side of the city, and it's kind of taking the shine off what we're achieving, and it shouldn't, but it is, because we're not getting the plaudits that we deserve because they're taking all the airtime. But we're going about our business quietly. Gerard's been an absolute ambassador for the club in the way he's handled himself, and he's learned that. I've always maintained, and I've always sang to the rooftops, that Stephen Gerrard is a fast learner. He's made mistakes over the past couple of years being Rangers manager, but he doesn't often repeat them, if at all. And I think that's the mark of the man. And I'm loving where we're at, and I think we can go. Can we go unbeaten the whole season? I don't see why not. It's a big ask. Next game is most important. You'll never hear a Rangers player or any of the coaching team or Stephen Gerrard come out and say that. It'd be silly to, and putting pressure on themselves to say that. But you've got to look at what's in front of you. And what we are seeing is a team that is absolutely rampant and a juggernaut. And long may that continue, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm. All right, okay. If people want to join us,
Absolutely.
Here's their thoughts. The number is 0141 356 1972, or joins at Skype at RangersRadio.online, where you were brought into the call with Fox or Old School Blue. Listen to this, Gary. Just listen to this. This is a wee hint. Phone in, hang up, and we will phone you back. Yeah? All right?
No worries. Got that.
Right, okay.
Well said, Gary. Well said.
You're getting how it works on here, Gary, yeah?